Okay, today we're going to go over our go-to meditation pose. It's called easy pose or Sukhasana. This is a pose that when we start to build it, it helps us kind of combat that sort of rolled back computer posture that many of us are in on a daily basis. Sukhasana is a little bit more upright with our spine straight. This pose, although it's called easy pose, I don't think is very easy for many people, especially if you're not used to sitting Indian style. So I look at this posture more as a process of creating ease. So we're gonna sort of build it up from the ground, our base, and up to the head and neck area. So starting from the base, you just wanna cross your legs in an Indian style. If this off the bat doesn't feel good for you and it's creating that sort of slump in your lower spine where your shoulders kind of tilt in, try grabbing a prop. I like to sit on a blanket, but you can also stack a couple pillows, and you'll just want to sit on the edge of your prop. And this is just a way of lifting our hips up a little bit. And then you'll feel your thighs sort of splay open. And your belly will just, it's almost create like a Buddha belly. So your belly kind of and hips push forward. Thighs splay out and melt towards the floor. That's kind of the feeling. And then your hands can rest. They don't, when we go into Gyan Mudra with your pointer finger touching your thumb, they don't necessarily need to be on the edges of your knees unless that's what's comfortable for you. I like to set mine kind of just naturally fall and my wrists go to like the middle of my thighs. So wherever they fall, just like that. Just kind of notice how that feels. And then now moving up, you want to kind of imagine your navel as if it's like drawing slightly back towards your spine. And as it does that, your heart and your chest kind of lifts open a bit more. So you can kind of imagine that. Sometimes I like to like slump forward, relax forward, and then twist open. You can try that again. It's sort of like how we do spinal flexes. That helps us actually be able to get into easy pose. Asana in yoga practice is known as giving you the ability to sit for, like in ancient yogic times, hours and hours and hours. The yogis wanted to be able to just sit and meditate. So that's really the point of asana. It's not just to be able to do handstands. It's so that you can sit comfortably. So you can, again, flex the spine a few times. And now bring your hands back into Gyan Mudra. Pull that, like notice. You don't have to do it really that consciously, but that's kind of what happens. Your navel point pulls back towards the spine. Heart and chest lifts open towards the sky. The crown of the head also lifts towards the sky. And now you want to kind of loop the shoulders up and let them back down. Again, looping them up. Letting them back down, sort of feeling like your shoulders, giving them some weight, letting them kind of just hang heavy. You can do an inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So for me in this posture right now, I'm feeling simultaneously really grounded into the earth while also lifting my chest and the crown of my head up towards the sky. So it's simultaneously grounding and lengthening. Now for the face, you want to start to soften the eyes, relax the face. Just letting any tension kind of melt away in the forehead, in the chin, in the neck. Letting it hang heavy. Letting the eyes and the sockets just relax. Noticing the process of creating more ease as you sit still. And just sort of one thing I want to point out, start to get curious and notice if you find yourself naturally like leaning forward like this, or if again you find yourself slumping back into that computer pose. If that's happening for you, it's okay, no judgment. This is a process of retraining our body and our mind to create more ease. So if that happens, rotating forward or slumping backwards, you just want to imagine as if there's like a line coming through the crown of your head, through the heart, and down into your pelvis. So just imagine that. So it's really your head is over your heart and your heart is over your pelvis. Drawing just a line, head over heart, heart over pelvis. Great job. Another thing that tends to happen too for people, and I myself as well, and I've been meditating for a long time and it still happens, is you sometimes will get pins and needles in your thighs. If that happens to you occasionally, just bring your legs out of the meditation, shake it out, pat them out. Sometimes I'll do that and then I'll come back in. Sometimes I will just sit with the pins and needles. Nothing bad is going to happen to you. It can be uncomfortable, but it's not unhealthy to have pins and needles. So I want you to know that. So you can kind of sit through it if you want. And a third option, if you're a person where the pins and needles chronically happens to you all the time, every time you sit to meditate, you can just try stacking. You want to stack sort of like multiple pillows. And that way you're sitting up higher. For me, it's just going to be this. Sitting up higher, raising your hips so that the blood can flow to your thighs. That might help. So that's Sukhasana, easy pose. Again, this is our go-to seated posture or asana. It's made for meditation, and a lot of the Kundalini yoga exercises are done in easy pose. So I hope that was helpful. Like anything else, if you have any further questions or if you have any ideas of how to create, remember this is a journey, how to create more ease in this posture, feel free to reach out to me after class. Sat Nam.